Well, first and foremost, I just want to wish everybody a happy new year. I hope you've all had a fantastic Christmas. I think Christmas is supposed to be a time to sort of reset, recharge those batteries, but for me, it hasn't been, if I'm honest. It's been a little bit hectic. I've got a 2-year-old daughter, but I'm quite looking forward to getting back into the swing of things, if I'm honest, tomorrow. But yeah, I just wanted to create a video rather than a written post, just to reflect on 2023 with Tackling Minds and what's happened, what we've achieved, and it's been a pretty good exercise for myself to do it, just because it's not often that I reflect on what Tackling Minds has achieved, and so much has happened in the last year, and I found that every time I do sit down to reflect on what we have achieved as an organisation, it's always far more than what I expected. So yeah, just a bit of a rundown, and this is in no particular order really, but we've run 16 projects this year. That equates to over 250 sessions with over 1,000 people supported on the bank. 80% of those people as well were newcomers to fishing. We've run a number of projects with Greater Manchester Police, which saw reduced antisocial behaviour. We've worked with schools, mental health organisations, and also the NHS as well. It's for myself this year. There's been quite a few ups and downs. Again, more personal circumstances. For those that do follow Tackling Minds, know that I am a recovering addict. This year, I found myself, let's say, being complacent with the alcohol, letting it slip back in, something I've never really done before. It's either all or nothing, and I started having a drink over a period of a few months actually, and then putting the drink down, and unfortunately for me, around the May time, I picked up and ended up relapsing back to square one, unfortunately, which did see me back in detox. My mental health did really take a hit for 6 with that as well. Just, it's not what it does to myself, but other people around me. Again, this is the first time I've actually relapsed, having a child in my life, my daughter Alexia, my responsibilities of running Tackling Minds as well, but things continue to run, thankfully, because of the volunteers, who are absolutely amazing and do give up the time, and without the support from them on a personal level, I'm not sure what Tackling Minds would have done, but we did continue, thankfully, and the sessions continue. But I did, my mental health did take a real knock, but I do take the positives from it. Things are back to normal. We are firing on all cylinders, as I am, and things just back to running how they should. I'm in a much better place. Again, I take the positives from that, and I move on from it. Lesson learned. This year saw me give my first ever presentation in front of 700 people. I've done presentations before, but they've been on more of an interview style basis, just because I've never felt comfortable giving a presentation. But I gave my first 10-minute presentation. I was invited to it by the governing body of social prescribing, so that's National Academy of Social Prescribing, which it was really well perceived on the feedback I've had from people who've watched that has been amazing. It's given me so much confidence, and I really am looking forward to doing more presentations in the future. And so Tackling Minds as well, we had our first social event this year, our carp fishing social down at Linear Fisheries. What a mega 48-hour session that was. Scorching couple of days, but nonetheless it was just what a social should be, really. Just had such a good time, and again, the feedback from everybody was just brilliant. But yeah, thank you to everyone who played a part in making it a success, and we're really excited to announce some further dates for 2024, which we'll be announcing pretty soon. So yeah, again, you'll have to forgive me, I'm reading off my notes here, just otherwise I will forget. This year we did a campaign with the Environment Agency and David Seaman. Again, this was at Linear Fisheries. What an experience that was, getting to speak to David Seaman about his career, speaking about his personal struggles, tackling mines. You just, yeah, what an experience, and what a great bloke David Seaman is as well. This year also I did my first ever, say first, it was my second live TV appearance. This time it was on Channel 4 Steph's Packed Lunch. I was interviewed by the TV chef Simon Rimmer. A lot of people say, go on, let me rewind there. Public speaking or anything on the camera I do not find comfortable at all, and those that know me know that there's always a bit of an ongoing joke, but a lot of people say, because I've been doing it a while, it should be getting easier, but from my point of view it definitely doesn't, and I continue to push myself out of my comfort zone to get the message out there about the mental health benefits of fishing, but yeah, it doesn't come easy for me. So yeah, this year as well, we've been on the BBC News. BBC News came down to one of our sessions over in Rochdale. Great publicity for Tackling Minds, but I'll always say, more importantly, about fishing and the mental health benefits on fishing, and getting that message out to a wider audience. Tackling Minds, we've been on the most listened to radio station in the United States, which was quite an experience, being interviewed by an American. Definitely a different style from what I've done in the past. We also did our first film this year with the absolute mega bloke who is Simon McCabe. For those who haven't seen any Simon McCabe's videos or content he creates, please check him out. The video, was amazing. He captured the real essence of what goes into tackling mines, and again, what a bloke Simon is, and yeah, thank you so much for that, mate. And I actually, I did shed a tear watching that, believe it or not. We've been in quite a number of magazines this year, be it fishing magazines, national magazines, international magazines, and we've also been published in a couple of books as well, which are available at Waterstones, which has been, well, what a fantastic thing. We held an open day with 30 plus people at Partridge Lakes Fishery this summer. A real big one for me personally, and I think, but just for Tackling Minds to get that recognition. I was chosen out of 5,000 people as the coronation champion by King Charles and Queen Camilla. I was invited down to Buckingham Palace. I took my partner Jem with me, and yeah, what an experience, and to walk through the main gates. It doesn't seem real talking about it, and it was a very surreal experience at the time as well. And Tackling Minds have had quite a number of coaches now newly qualified as level 2 angling coaches. For those that don't know, Tackling Minds needs a level 2 angling coach to facilitate a session for legal reasons. Although the majority of people who come volunteering with us have a real wealth of knowledge of fishing, we do need qualifications again for the legal side of things. Tackling Minds has been pretty busy in terms of the exhibitions we've been to this year. We've been to both Big One shows, the Northwest Carp Show, the Northern Carp Show. We was invited to the Peterborough District Angling Society event. I did a presentation at the game fairs. We did Fishermania, and also invited to the Boat Life show at the NEC, where I give a presentation on both days. So, really good for Tackling Minds, and just awareness for the organisation, and again the mental health benefits of fishing. This year we've been approached by the Angling Trades Association to be a partner, which now sees Tackling Minds as a recognised partner and a valuable partner in the angling community. So brilliant recognition again, and well done to the volunteers for the absolute brilliant work you do. I was invited on to the Nash podcast again this year. That's the second time I've been on, to be interviewed by Hassan. Hassan, an absolute brilliant bloke, just both for tackling minds, the support he gives tackling minds, but for me on a personal level, and it's, it is a real honour to call Hassan a friend, and thank you, Hassan, for the support as well. Tackling minds behind the scene, we're now building a brilliant team around what I've started basically, and building that infrastructure to strengthen the organisation and ultimately support more people, which is what we want to do. The demand we get throughout the country is quite silly, in all honesty. Our ambition is to roll this out nationally. As you can imagine, these things do take time, but it's something that will happen. We are going to give it a very good go. So for those of you that do message Tackling Minds, we do apologise we're not in your area as of yet, but we are working tirelessly in the background to make this happen. Angling Direct, wow, the support we've received from Angling Direct since I started Tackling Minds has been absolutely amazing. They now stock our merchandise online, and some mega news in 16 of their stores throughout the country as well. Lots of potential on the merchandise side of things, if it's releasing new items, bringing new products, new designs, etc. But again, the running of the organisation, there's a lot that goes into running Tackling Minds, and the merchandise in itself is quite a task on its own, but something we will definitely be visiting this year. We've had the second paper of the groundbreaking research we did with Angling Direct and Anglia Ruskin University. Again, the implications this paper's had, not just for Tackling Minds, but other organisations as well, who are now using the evidence to apply for funding to evidence the benefits of fishing. The NHS are now really keen to work with Tackling Minds. The demand again from the NHS, the length and breadth of the country, is absolutely ridiculous. But now, we've got concrete evidence as to why fishing is beneficial for your mental health. It's really, they got their attention. So lots of things to come on that front. This year we've also been invited down to the Dynamite Base factory by Duncan, the managing director. Duncan, what an absolute brilliant bloke, as is all his team who we met and went out the way to introduce themselves and put on a barbecue for Tackling Minds and our volunteers. So thank you for that, and lots of things with Dynamite as well next year to look forward to, and the support that's going to be coming from them. So exciting things. Tackling Minds this year funded the first fishing organisation to be funded by the NHS for social prescribing, which, for those that don't know what social prescribing is, basically going to the GP if you're struggling with your mental health issues, but rather than be prescribed medication, you can be referred to organisations like Tackling Minds, which is something we've been doing for the last 2.5 years now, and something we continue to do. But one of the biggest highlights of the year was my appearance on BBC Two's Mortimer and Whitehouse. Wow, that was what an experience to meet both Bob and Paul, but just to have that reach for Tackling Minds and just a wider audience, to talk about my experience and the benefits that I get, and just to resonate with other people, which it has done on the emails and telephone calls and messages we receive from people who in a similar background to myself or struggle with mental health issues, who are now taking up fishing because of watching that episode. So absolutely fantastic. But yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone for the support. Everyone who follows Tackling Minds online, who's a part of our Tackling Minds community group as well. But those people who've also made donations, who fundraised for us. You know, the lists are pretty endless, and yeah, from the bottom of my heart, I just want to thank you so much for the support. But yeah, again, I just want to wish everybody a happy 2024, and you know, wishing everybody the best. I'm sure, even though I got my notes, I'm sure I probably missed something off here. But yeah, honestly, thank you so much for the support, and yeah, have a great year.